That was crispy.
Heck yeah, brother. Welcome back, folks. Episode 64 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast.
My name is Marcos.
My name is Kashi.
Welcome back. And
Welcome back.
If you guys are looking for a Latin empowerment podcast, this is not it. This is just two tellings of two goofy guys growing up and being silly hearts.
Yes, so exactly that. And also, we wear tank tops.
Now he does.
I'm in my douche era, so let me have this one. But yeah, you guys, welcome back. Welcome back to just two dudes talking into microphones and posting it on the internet. You know, we're guestless for the first time in a while, actually.
Yeah. It's
not
always,
a bad thing.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
one of those things where it's like it's nice to just have just back to the roots, but it's always nice to have company.
So we're on episode 64. We have episode 69 coming up next month, and we have to have an absolutely. I'm telling, like, I want to shoot for the moon on that. Like, someone
For 69?
for episode 69, I want someone
that's gonna be good.
insane.
So we got Drake talking about the hotel incident.
Pope Francis, coming out. Oh, that's right. I'm posting that episode tomorrow. Yeah. What? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Or like I'm like Larry Fitzgerald or like David Dobrik or like someone that would get it. You know.
Ooh, David Dobrik.
Yeah, probably not. So I mean, yeah, I don't know, but hey, how was your week?
It was pretty great.
You had a good week?
Yeah, a lot of floating around Wincos.
Yeah, dude, you've been like riding with
just
Winco.
vibing.
I love it.
No, so like the pancake mix was a hit. I bought protein pancake mix.
Shit slapped,
dude. Bought 2 pounds. I bought 2 pounds for like $6.
That's insanity.
So I fill up one of those vacuum seal tubs and I just scoop it. Just same. It's like same breakfast, like
it's
a ritual.
yummy.
Yeah, went over to GNC, bought like 2 of my favorite tubs of protein.
Ghost?
No,
I love Ghost.
I do the GNC.
Their brand.
It's actually
good. It's good.
Yeah,
very good.
Great.
Yeah, I like Ghost. My favorite is I think like arguably the best one is it's called cereal milk, which is like that's everything you need to know about it. It's called cereal milk. So good.
Slept on.
Because milk is like milk, but like, you know.
The idea sounds gross because it's like, it sounds like you didn't make the cereal milk.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. it was manufactured.
Leftovers.
Yeah, like, hey, someone poured a bowl of cereal, ate the cereal, and then poured the milk into this gallon for you to drink. You're just like, I think I'm good.
Hey, man. No. I don't want it.
I don't want to be that guy, but that's a nah for me. Yeah. But so check it out. I think they understood like the glory of what they created with cereal milk.
Okay.
But then they're like, okay, but we can't have protein powder and not have it be peanut butter flavored.
Remix.
So peanut butter cereal milk.
Let's go.
That's my favorite flavor of protein powder.
Ooh.
I've been trying to get better about the ritualistic breakfast where my oatmeal is like the most hearty, healthy. Like it's so good for me and it tastes so good. It's pimped out to perfection.
But waking up at 6 a.m. and taking a bite first thing, you're like,
yep. I'll throw sliced bananas in there. Not so much, but like more so like
I'm just nauseous.
No. Like I'm like I wanted like now to compensate for this. I feel like I need a freaking Reese's bar or like I need something. I need an icy.
You want to counter it with something bad?
No. I feel the need to do that because of how like.
So why don't you put a little bit in the meal? So here's what I do. Ready now? Listen to this. So yeah, with my protein pancakes, semi-sweet chocolate chips.
Ooh, that does sound yummy.
Like probably 4 or 5 per pancake.
Yeah, that does sound good.
And I have like I use about a full cup serving.
Yeah, adds a lot. Curious.
About like 30 grams of protein.
Wow, that sounds very good actually. Okay, I'll look into that.
Yeah, so because then you negate the karma right there.
Yeah.
You're like, look, I put in a couple.
Even the best tasting oatmeal still doesn't come anywhere close to the shittiest tasting ice cream. Yeah, you know, it's shit like that where I'm like,
and then I do peanut butter in between the pancakes.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Sugar-free syrup.
Brilliant. Good for you.
Yep.
You been lifting yet, or not? You're not quite back in. Yeah. Good for you.
A couple of days.
Good. Just drooled. All right. Anyway, so me from 20 years from now, you know, if this is your first episode joining us, which most likely isn't, but if it is, Marcos and I have this. The reason why we started this podcast was to talk to ourselves in the future and just be like, hey, this is what we had going on in life. Me from 20 years from now, you're probably, it's April. Today's April 4th.
Yep.
2023. So me from 20 years from now, I'm probably finalizing my taxes and pulling my hair out over my stupid kid or whatever. But me today on April 4th, 2023, what I'm doing is, to me in the future, I got a YouTube video for you to check out. Do you know what Guess Who is on Gmod?
Yeah.
On YouTube, future me, if YouTube's still around.
Vanos.
On YouTube right now, if YouTube's still around and hasn't like created its own militia and like, you know, bought the world, there's a YouTube video called Vanos Gaming Guess Who Gary's Mod Highlights, 5 hours long. And it's taken me 6 days to watch this video.
Been prime content though.
Everything.
From 2015 on.
Everything. It's my favorite Gary's Mod. So if you don't know Guess Who is, 30-second synopsis. There's a bunch of what an NPC is. It's a non-player character, and there's a bunch of randomly assembled characters walking around throughout the map, and the goal is to blend in and act as natural as possible. And there are a couple of hunters, and the hunters are doing their best to deduce who's real and who's fake, even though they look like everyone else. And if the players touch the hunters 3 times, they get like a power up, and they do cool stuff. And that's really it. It's a whole game mode.
Yeah.
But these guys are just hilarious. If you've watched Vanos Gaming, you already know. But dude, this video has just been like my rock.
It's
my
been
absolute
holding
rock.
you in place.
Like if I have a free moment, I instead of like staring into the void, I'm just like, he got him. Sudoku.
Sudoku.
Yeah. So that's, you know, me from 20 years from now. Throw that video on and just kick back. Damn, dude, it's been so nice.
Put on me 20 years from now. Put on the God of War Ragnarok score, like that whole soundtrack.
Just let it out,
and and just reflect on your backstory.
Yeah, dude,
how cool it is.
Yeah, I love that. One of my favorite videos is this guy who was like sitting on the end of a bench with like 3 plates on either side, and is like he has his hoodie on, and it like slow fades of him instead of sitting on a bench, sitting on the end of a skyscraper. It was just a really cool, like, I don't know, a cool image.
Yeah.
And it was like, some people come to the gym to fight their demons. Some come to find who they were really meant to be. But me, I just come here to act mysterious because my mom still pays for everything. I was just like, hell yeah, man. So that when you say, like, throw on the Ragnarok soundtrack and just reflect, and you're like, hey, shit's pretty good. Life's actually pretty good right now. I got my dad in the gym this past week.
I saw that.
4 times.
Wow.
Not just once. It was not a once. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been like kind of an asshole about it. Like I've been mean. But like I called him up yesterday and I'm like, hey, we're heading to the gym. You guys got your shoes on? And he's like, what? No, like we just started an episode. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'll see you in 5 minutes. Yeah.
See you in 5 minutes.
No, son, we worked out. I'm sore. And I'm like, Dad, get your ass up. You guys got to go. And then I just heard silence on the other line. And I was like, are you guys looking at each other right now, just deciding on whether or not you should go? And then I just heard, boop. He hung up on me. And then he came through. And then he pulled through. And I was like, it's so good to see him.
Yeah.
And no, it was really, really good. I'm just so proud of him. You know, my dad's a big guy. And it's like, it definitely, he didn't really get like a wake-up call from his doctor. But his doctor was just like, hey, man, like, you just turned 42, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta start thinking about that shit down the line. Yeah, a little bit. So I don't know. And so he started dieting and really love you, Dad. Really proud of you, man. Really, really proud of you. But yeah, my little brother just turned 10. Happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday.
Oh God, my family's so fucking weird. That's something that I've never been able to just get a grasp of. Is like cousins, the whole concept of like second cousins, and like no one prepares you to not like a relative, especially a younger one.
You
know what I mean?
What sucks is I definitely missed out on that.
You think so? Oh, because you moved away?
Well, yeah, it's just been me and my family for like 10 plus years
at
this point. So now I'm just kind of, okay.
Yeah, interesting.
I don't really have functions. Like the idea of like, here's a quick thing. Like my mom brought up going to a family reunion on my dad's side, or on my mom's side.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you don't know
what does that look like? Yeah, and I was like, what do they look like?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know hardly anything past like the extended. So I was just kind of like, man,
curious. Maybe I should be grateful then. Interesting, because I know a lot of people don't have that. Very interesting. Yeah, I have this. I think he's my nephew. I don't know. Mexicans are weird. Like I lose track of like the lineage or whatever.
He's actually your twice removed uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he's 30 years younger than you.
Exactly. Yep. You're probably right. No, like dead ass. And I'm gonna be super straight up. You know, if he watches this one day, we could totally have a conversation about it. I can't stand him. I make that very clear to his face, and to his mother, whom is a very close relative of mine, who I love with my whole heart, and I would die for her. But I make it very clear. I'm like, your kid sucks.
Okay.
Your kid sucks.
Normalize that though.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't. Oh,
normalize saying that.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I took it a step further. She laughed. But when I said it, I was only like 60% joking.
Yeah.
But she laughed her ass off. And I was like, yeah, no, you could definitely sense the lack of a father figure there. So shit like that. And she started laughing her ass off. Oh. But yeah, he grew up without a dad for most of his life. I'm like, and obviously I was joking, but like, dude, I'm Ariana Grande radio, YouTube music, like radio station playing or whatever. No big deal. The remote's on my lap. Okay. Oh, good to see you guys. Good to see you. And he strolls in, walks past everyone into an apartment he's never been in. It was at Daisy hosted. He's never been here before. And he just strolls past everyone. Kid's like 7. Walks up to me, like waves me off. Yeah. Like takes the remote off my knee.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, you've had your fun here with this remote. No. Grabs the remote off my knee, rotates like 180 pivot Michael Jackson. Plops down on his back on this comfy ass couch, like he picked out where the Netflix button was on this remote, and just like looking. I'm just so angry, and he goes like PJ Masks or some shit like that. And season 4, episode 17, 12 minutes in, and I snatch the remote out of him and I turn the TV off, and I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" You pay bills? Who are you?
He signed the lease in his head.
Yeah.
That's
and
hilarious.
He's like, dude, give that back. I wanted to watch that. Can we just watch what I want to watch? And I'll be quiet. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you have been indoctrinated to just shut up, haven't you? And yeah, meanwhile, chaos is going on. Like everyone's saying hi. So no one's really witnessing this.
Yeah.
Have you seen the meme where it's like me, a 28-year-old second grade teacher, getting ready for work to go head to head against my greatest enemy, an 8-year-old named Aiden with a Y. Yeah. And he's in the mirror like, Aiden with a Y. He's by the way, he's 8 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, but yeah, so that's how I felt. And throughout the entire rest of the day, I was just kind of like putting him in his place a little bit like that. And I could tell he hated it, but I'm pretty sure he went home and bitched to his dad or to his now stepdad. But yeah, I even told my cousin, I was like, "Hey, girl, like, you need to get like a lid on him. Like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. The ass beating that we would have gotten as kids if we would have even remotely behaved that way."
Ouch.
Her mom, the relative that I'm talking about, her mom, used to follow her around with a belt while she did chores. And if she did them like a way she didn't like,
that's fucked up.
Isn't that fucked up?
Damn.
Oh, her house immaculate.
Yeah, probably. Now we know why.
Yeah. But then you look at her kid and he's just yelling obscenities and shit.
Real
like that.
blood, sweat, and tears.
He went up to the screen door that goes to the back patio, opened up the glass door. The screen door was there, and was like pushing it. Yeah. And then like start like 2 shoulder runs into it, and I could tell like he was prepping for the third one. He was gonna go through it. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Yeah. And he's like, I wanted to see if I could break it, and I'm like, just. Oh my gosh. This kid. So yeah, I don't know. Like no one ever tells you about that. I mean, when Tim and I talked about that, me from 20 years from now, also looking forward to this. You ever go to a restaurant and you see a kid with his big ass headphones on and his tablet, or just like watching TV at the dinner table with? Okay. You ever see that in a restaurant in public? Okay. Yeah. And you sit there and you just sneer and like, yeah, gosh, that's so embarrassing. That could not be my kids, right? You ever do that? No. Okay, I do that. When I see a kid on a tablet.
What if those kids have like sensory issues?
No. Well, okay. You could be right, but at the rate that I see it, there's no way. There's no way. There aren't that many autistic kids in the state, like with how frequently I see that. Maybe. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I could be being ignorant, which, that wouldn't be a first. But anyway, when I see a kid, or like when the food comes out, they put all the shit away and they start eating. Or whatever. Yeah. But like for that first half of the dinner, they have their tablet out and their headphones on. And every time I see that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that'll never be my kids. My kids are going to have books, and they're going to play sports, and they're going to be cool, good friends with their parents. That's what I'm excited about.
My kids are going to be really good at tie-dyeing clothes.
Hey, boom. I love that. That's really fun, actually. I hope that that's the case. That sounds really cool. I love that. Yeah, that's a really cool thing. Man, I want my kid to do something cool. Making dream catchers. That's what my kid.
You know what that was? I just corrected the timeline for myself.
I love that. Yeah, that's really cool. But anyway, I see a kid at a dinner table with his tablet out, and I tell myself that I'm like, oh my gosh, what a piece of crap kid. That'll never be my kid. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for 10 years to go by, and my 3, 4, 5-year-old is going to be at the table with this tablet, and I'm just going to be more than content.
Heaven.
Content as hell. It'll enhance the dinner.
At a Texas Roadhouse.
Yep.
Finally some peace and quiet. Chris is munching on peanuts.
Yep. My beer boot mug.
And your bucket of peanuts.
My bucket of peanuts with my fine-ass wife.
Just throwing shells on the floor, not giving them.
No, flicking them at my kid, because he's not going to know.
Yep.
He's got his tablet in front of him.
Pink. Tink.
Every time, like for a half hour. It'll be the happiest time of my life.
One part of his face is like permanently dry from all the salt that just made contact.
Yeah. He breaks out so badly. But yeah. No, it's like I'm like hyper aware of my hatred towards kids using their tablets at the table.
Yeah.
That it'll definitely permeate in a part of my head where I'm like, yeah, no, when my kid starts acting out at a dinner table, just watch up, please. Put
Here.
them really quick. I don't care. Throw it in. Yeah.
No, dude, it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Here, look, live leak. Live leak. Look. This one's called parkour death. Check it out.
Parkour.
Please stop talking to me. Yeah.
You want to see a deer run out in front of a car?
Yeah. I saw a funny Reddit thread where it was like, my biggest goal in life is to be better than my kids at video games until like a very late age.
Okay.
And I think that's very realistic for this generation.
I think I could have that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like this is the first generation that we have
foundational skills
exactly.
in games.
We likely will be able to trump our kids' skills at video games for the rest of the time.
I'm straight up saying that if Bailey's kid is better than he is, he's going to be an esports player.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because he's a freak, right?
Dude, how are people that good at games on the computer?
I don't know. Especially normal people. Especially normal. Because Bailey's normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Just a normal guy.
Bailey's Marcus's coworker hooked us up with this camera.
Yep.
Big shout out. Bailey's a god at video games. he has no business being as good as he is.
He's cracked. He just picks up a game. He's that guy that just picks up like a pogo stick for the first time. Does like 3 hops and then does a backflip.
Yep, between the legs spinning like.
And then you're like,
I've been pogo sticking for 6 years.
And I can only do like 2 hops.
2 broken ulnas. I'm missing a toe.
Ulna.
It's this one.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of cool, huh? Because I used to skateboard.
Here's how you looking.
Oh, yeah. Could I would you mind? May we please have uno más cerveza?
Uno más.
Oh, man. Yeah, so good weekend. What'd you do this weekend? What'd you do Saturday?
Dang, what did I do Saturday? I worked.
D&D. D&D, the morning after D&D.
Morning after D&D.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Chill work day?
Yeah, chill work day. Just relax. I have not been getting in Valheim time like I should have. It's been all just like...
Thank you.
It's been having to like do things.
Yeah.
When I've just wanted to like... This is like a first time in a while where I've like... I just want to be a D-gen and just play some games.
Yeah.
Please let me just like... Yeah, let me just get a little bit of that.
I got to round 27. Oh, by the way, me from 20 years from now, I picked up Black Ops 3 Zombies again. Fiending. I can't put it down. I introduced my girlfriend to GTA 5.
Really?
And she likes it.
That's funny.
Like she's playing the story mode. I think GTA 5 is one of the greatest story modes ever. Or stories. I love that story.
Pretty good story, yeah.
Very good.
Great.
Very good. Yeah.
Very great.
Yeah. Franklin, Michael, and Trevor make for a really good.
All the different ways you can go.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Very
endings.
cool. Very cool.
Really good.
Oh goodness, sorry, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's been an interesting week. Today was a weird day for me though because do you know what tryptophan is in a turkey?
No.
Tryptophan. I think I'm saying it right. It's that shit that knocks you out.
Oh,
so it's like whenever you have turkey, like after Thanksgiving meal.
Okay. Yeah,
that's it's called tryptophan. I don't know if tuna has that, but I got home and I had a tuna sandwich and a tuna burrito. I started editing.
It's all the mayo and carbs.
No, I didn't put any mayo in it. Yeah, I didn't. It was very healthy. It was very healthy, sub 400 calories. And I started editing. Like I deadass, like I put in my pen and oh shit.
Slumped.
Laid in my bed for like 3 or 4 seconds. Out. 40 minutes.
Do you know?
Yeah, I woke up to a phone call, which sucked. But yeah.
So I treated. Did I say how I treated myself to food after I did my big day?
Nope.
No. Okay. So follow up on the Marcos does like the home runner. You know, went and was like, you know what? I'm going to get food. I was like, I'm going to get like a good lunch. Like,
Yeah.
I have not done that for myself in a long time. I was like, I've been eating like cans of soup, essentially, like literally like just cans of soup. Just
That
like
works?
Yeah.
Good.
Cans of soup, like ramen, shit like that. And then just because it like saves so much money, and then I'm like,
money,
all right.
and it's not that awful for you.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Today's the day. I'm balling out. Like I'm getting something.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's gotta go big, and I have to have like not done it before.
Good.
I looked up barbecue places. Barbecue.
Yeah.
I got this I went to Caldwell County Barbecue, and I'll name drop because like it was that great of an experience, dude. First of all, I walk in.
Yeah.
Very, very professional looking person. Just you know, you got the whole array, the gloves, everything. Walking, cute girl behind the counter.
Hell yeah.
And she's like, "Hey, how's your day going?" And I was like, "Going good." And she's like, "What brings you in? Have you ever been here before?" And I was like, "No, never been." She's like, "Hold on." Finishes cutting a slice of brisket and like hands me a cube, and it's like fresh. You can still see. And she's like, "Sorry, I just wanted to interrupt you with brisket." And I was like,
Don't mind if I do.
"I'm taken." I was like,
Oh, I see. Good for you.
No, but I got the sandwich called the General Patton. First of all, I was in and out of there in probably maybe 30 seconds is how long it took for me to get to front counter to end of counter.
Holy shit.
It was that.
That's awesome.
It was so fast, and they were so nice.
I love that.
Yeah, and then I left and then went back and ate it. It was a 1/3 pound of brisket, a 1/3 pound of pulled pork, and then a 1/3 pound of sausage.
Mixed in or just separate?
No, like separate, and then there was like one big bun, and they're like, and then you know what they told me? They're like, "Do you want the bun on the side so it doesn't get soggy?" And I was like,
Oh, you bet your ass I do.
"Fucking bet your bippy I do." Oh man, house barbecue sauce.
Do I want the bun on the side?
We just the backwards thumb point. Get a load of this guy.
No one else is in there.
Yeah.
Can you believe her? Oh my gosh, she's cute. It's
You
a good
FaceTime your friend.
It's a good thing you're cute.
No, and yeah, dude, I go back. That shit was so good.
Yeah.
I ate all that, but I had the opposite. I didn't have like I thought I was going to die first of all because Marcos doesn't eat a lot of like I don't eat a ton of like I don't eat I guess a ton of meat on a regular basis. It's not like a big staple of my diet.
Yeah,
but like,
that's fine.
Yeah. So like having that much like beef and like like everything all I thought I was gonna die. No, Marcus had the fattest power up of his life. I felt like I was running. I finished my break and like my stomach had that thing, you know, where it's like I ate this meal, it's gonna go one or two ways.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna be completely fine or it's gonna be, you know, I'm on the ropes, you know.
Yeah.
and
using the handicap bar in the bathroom.
my stomach did like its first. It did like a turn. It was like, and then I was like, "We're settled. We're fine.
Oh, we're good."
And then I had the biggest power up. Yeah, like I said, I had so much caveman strength. It was
love that.
pure raw like meat energy.
That's fascinating.
Yeah,
Interesting. Like because you hear about vegans, like people that go vegan for a year and then they have their first meat meal,
that.
and then they have their first meat meal. And they don't go all out like, yeah, I'm gonna have like cow testicles and like or like whatever the hell.
No, like I'm gonna have like 4 ounces of meat.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, yeah, no. After they do, they're like, damn, I feel good. Like, wow, that's good. But same for the other thing where people like where they have a shit ton of red meat in their diet and then they go vegan.
Yeah,
they're like, I feel kind of good. Like,
Well, there was a documentary I was watching. It was like I think it was called like Seeds or something like that. It was one of those health focused like save the world, you know, type of documentaries, and it was like this powerlifter.
So it was fictional.
This was sponsored by Jimmy Dean's Breakfast.
This is sponsored by not nuclear power facility plants.
So this guy was like he's like this guy in like Romania or some shit. He's like in, he's in like some sort of Slavic country, and like he's like deadlifting like 700 pounds.
Damn.
And he's like a full vegetarian. And he's like, you ask me how I'm strong like ox.
Oh, I know. Oh, what the hell's his name? Keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you ask me how I'm strong like ox. He's like, you ever seen an ox eat meat?
Yeah.
Like that thing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I mean, shout out Tony. But at our high school, one of the security guards, Tony, he's like, yeah, he always preached alkaline diets, which I get, like for sure. But
alkaline diets? Explain.
Gorilla diet.
Gorilla diet.
Bananas, a shit ton of plants, every kind of vegetable, and alkaline water. And there's a couple things that you like throw in there that a gorilla would eat. They just don't have like a lot of access to, type thing.
Like
it
nuts.
is, yeah, exactly. Straight up gorilla diet, and it is like. Apparently it does like it constricts your skin. It does like insane things to you. And the people that have been alkaline for like 4 or 5 years, yeah, they're just freaks of nature.
That's funny.
That like I know the only guy I could think of, I can't think of his name right now, but he could flex individual back muscles.
Jeez.
Yeah, like and like he's like, yeah, like 1/3 of the way down, like about 4 inches out under my shoulder blade. He's like, damn, bro.
It's got coordinates.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically.
Muscle E4.
Yeah. Oh, the game Battleship, I play that with my back. Watch this. E4.
Back. No, he just has you put little pieces.
Yeah. That's perfect. But
he does a chessboard. He just flexes
his back to move
squares.
the pieces. I love that.
Alternating squares.
We got maybe that'd be a good podcast guest. Oh, someone like just like
contortionist.
No.
Someone crazy like ability,
or a freak of nature, just like, or someone that has been vegan for like 14 years.
Go find a big dude at the gym.
Yeah, for sure. And just be like, what's your diet? Or no, like I'd want someone that has their own show or some shit like that. Like that's their shtick. Because I've been alkaline for 14 years. Have not had meat since 2008. But yeah,
1928. Alkaline diet, you're immortal.
Yeah, no, some of those guys are freaking insane though. But yeah, so Tony would sometimes preach that to me. Where he's like,
gorilla diet.
You want a diet of an experience that you've never experienced before. Because like they don't have like gorillas are. A gorilla can bench press 4,000 pounds. It's like I don't think I'm not on my way there by any means,
dude. Though. It still scares me how buff kangaroos are.
Yeah, that's been so fun to talk about. Dude, we were just talking about that on the couch the other day because Audrey had never seen a picture of a buff kangaroo, and I literally did
it's
it like
horrifying.
I did it like a poker scene. I was like, just slid my phone.
Let's see Paul Allen's card
over the.
Slide over.
We should get into poker. We should.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
Especially with the 5 boys. Here's my vision.
We do like gambling addictions, but it's like friends stuff, so it's cool.
No, we'll check. Yeah, sure.
We cycle the same $20 pot. We bet 10 cents each.
No. Hear me out. Here's how I think this should go.
Yeah.
We all throw in $25, and we go to a casino at a table that's free to play. So it's already a shitty table. We already have $125.
Okay.
And we give that straight to the dealer, and we say, "Hey, we're gonna take care of you. Will you teach us how to play?" I don't know how to play poker.
I don't know how to play.
I don't know how to play poker at all.
What if we find a place like that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, literally, that's what I'm talking about.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Indian School on 23rd. There's gonna be a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to go into the back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to demonstrate that we can use chopsticks.
Passphrase is Indigo Wallace.
Indigo Wallace. No. They're gonna say the weather is very nice. Yes, and then you have to say, but not as nice as it was yesterday. And then he goes, and then opens a curtain.
Yep.
And then no. There's a wall, but it's painted, and it's actually a layer deeper than it looks. And there's a left turn. Yeah, some shit like that for $125. Yeah,
the VIP entrance. Yep. You get to tear through a sheet like a football team.
But they redo it for every person, so that every single person gets to do it.
They have a rotating sheet of butcher paper.
It's like the most incredibly like made in a factory, and it's like
yeah.
It's
one dude. No, it's one dude in a morph suit, in a black morph suit, so you can't see him like a stage production. He's just running around continuously pulling it.
And he's a contortionist on the side, and a trapeze Olympian, like just the most interesting guy in the world. Dude, there are definitely places like that in the world where like, well, I mean that's how I feel about like working in blue, because I do pest control. I'm a blue collar guy. Yeah. I've met some of the funniest men I've ever met in my life spraying for bugs. Where I'm like, dude, if you wanted to be a comedian, you could.
Yeah.
But you're here. You know, there's a landscaper out there, like some small Mexican or Chinese man that's just a landscaper, and you're like, dude, if you wanted, you could be like a trapezist.
Be the next, yeah.
If you wanted.
Why do you know about theoretical physics?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you're a librarian. I don't know. I have a lot of free time.
Yeah, no shit. Go do something with it.
No shit. I love that. But no, don't get me off track. I'd love to learn how to play poker. I think that'd be fun, especially with the 5 boys, 6, 7, or whoever else.
I think, I was thinking that. And what have I been saying for years? Beyblades,
Bakugan, and kickball.
I was saying Beyblades because the fact is we have adult money. We can buy attachments.
Yeah,
we can kit up some crazy ones, and then ready, we get like a metal wall.
And put
we can rig a contraption and we take impact drivers and we can launch a Beyblade from one of those, like, you know what I mean?
It would spin so you would have to mod that Beyblade out so much.
It would be held together by super glue.
It would have to be so top heavy. Like it would have
you drop it. No, that's what I'm saying. The metal sheet, and we see like.
Oh, I see what you mean.
If we see them fight, if one blows up. That'd be awesome. We could,
dude. That's basically like Robot Wars or whatever that.
Yeah,
thing is called.
Robot Wars.
Robot Wars. Yeah.
First of all, I love that. By the way,
I didn't watch a lot of it, but I know what it is.
Well, no, like I was laughing at what the idea was because one, I didn't understand it at the time, like how smart you have to be to make this.
You need like next level brain cells.
Yeah, to make it functional and make it lasting to fight through multiple rounds and insane stuff. Look up Robot Wars. What I always laughed about was like, oh, you know, maybe the robot's like the size of this like recorder, you know what I mean? Which is probably like about
a 6x4.
6x4. No, those things are a couple feet long.
Yeah, no, they're it's like
full size.
You'd think it's the size of this little 4-inch by 6-inch recorder. It's actually the size of this table.
Yeah, it's like
where it's like a 2.5 by 4 foot table, and you're like, damn, these are some big robots.
Absolutely insane.
And it's cool though because like the robot itself, like it's a freaking monster.
What? Yes. Okay. Let me ask you.
Hit me.
Group hobbies that are like 3 people or more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like poker is one of them.
Poker.
We could seriously have poker nights and do that way easier than a pickup like D&D night.
Yeah.
Poker takes an hour
to set up or the event
to do.
Yeah.
It takes an hour.
If you wanted to take an hour, it could.
Yeah, like you could just
that.
lightning round that shit.
But if you wanted it to be 6
after
hours,
volleyball talking shit, it's like, oh, run it.
But if you wanted to play for 6 hours, you could too.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it.
That's also Like what are other hobbies you think our group could get into?
Our group specifically. I mean, we fell in love with darts for a little while there. That's a tough one.
Yeah, we'll think more on that.
I've been. This is gonna sound so bad.
Competitive skydivers.
That'd be good. That's expensive, but that's good.
Be sick.
I'm still. I think I might be able to be really good at spray painting, at like graffiti. Not as like a hobby, but I'm telling you, dude, this pest control job, like the way I operate these pressurized
nozzles.
I'm like, dude, I really do have an understanding.
It would translate.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't.
But
I don't know how.
But what would suck is that your paintings would be so runny.
Yeah. Well, no.
It would just be all drips.
Not necessarily because but I have
mist attachments.
Well, no, I have an understanding for how far to have the can and for like what speed to move at. Like,
okay,
I know,
cool.
Then but I don't know where to practice.
Dad's backyard.
No, I mean, I couldn't
zone it.
I couldn't quite do that. Maybe I'd get like approval from the city and be like, oh yeah,
at the park,
racquetball court. Maybe.
Don't get it on the court.
Why not?
Why don't you just do it in the rocks?
No, because I'd want it to be perpendicular to the ground. I want to be able to look at it.
Why don't you put it up against a fence?
In like a cardboard cardboard, yeah. Maybe.
Big sheet of plywood.
That's no fun, though.
What a composite. The little.
We'll see. We will see. Hey man, if something looks shitty and you make something look a little less shitty, and it just happens to be illegal, I feel like that's not fair. Me personally, but I know we talked about on Kaylee's first episode, the audio only one.
Yeah.
About me being a city council or like a politician of some sort like that, and that's been on my mind a lot lately. Just every time I see something stupid with the world, I'm like, I could probably fix that. I really do think I could. Maybe that's hubris, though. I don't know.
That's how they get you.
It really is, yeah.
That's how the business eats you up.
I still, because like it is a bit of a I forget what it is, conundrum, I guess I'll just say.
Okay.
If I'm like running for state senator, and I get a freaking like my big thing is like I'm gonna make this good for the environment.
Yeah.
And I have like all the public transportation companies reach out to me and they're like, hey dude, we will give you $150 million right now.
To fuck off.
No, we'll get you in.
Oh.
But then you just make all this environmental, pish posh you've been talking about. Just let it go.
Would you sell? Would you sell out?
I would not. I would under no circumstances would I. But that's why a part of me is like, I think I might be, if I ever run for president, I'd be the first president ever without a wife. Ever.
Is that can't be true?
Yeah, oh no, there's always been a first lady. Please fact check me. And while you do that, yeah, wait, I mean, has there ever not been a first lady? Sorry, 1 second. Okay, not every first lady has been married to the president. That's the.
Huh?
I guess.
So is first lady a title?
The role of the United States First Lady traditionally goes to the president's spouse, but in instances it falls to others. Okay, so Martha Jefferson Randolph, when Thomas Jefferson was sworn as a president of 1801, he had already been a widower for nearly 2 decades, so his wife died.
Dang.
For most of his administration, the role of the White House hostess was either neglected entirely. I mean, this is 1801, though. Emily Donaldson, 1822. She died of a heart attack just months before inauguration.
Oh, jeez.
Angelica Singleton Van Buren. See, these are the first 3, like, okay. 1838. Okay. Jeez, okay, yeah. So, no, these are all, like, exigent circumstances. 1841. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, so there's only, like, 8. And the most recent one being Margaret Wilson. The most recent first lady pinch hitter was Woodrow Wilson's daughter, Margaret, who assumed the role of the White House hostess after her mother's death in 1914. So no, there's always been a first lady.
Interesting.
Seemingly, so I think I might, honest to goodness, be the first one. And if first lady hostess is a term, then like I'll just have like I don't know my mom do it or some shit if she wanted to. She's a great interior designer already. But I don't know because I wouldn't want to get bought. So whenever people are like, "Oh, dude, come on! Like, just take this $1 billion and just let this tech bill flop." Think about your wife. You're being such a shitty husband,
Chris. Of like, I don't know. I feel like of how much you struggled. Like, really ask yourself
for what? Or money wise?
Yeah. Like some guy comes up with you tomorrow.
Saturday money is good money.
He opens up a briefcase, like a cartoon briefcase, and is like,
just bills.
This is $500,000.
Yeah.
All you have to do is not show up tomorrow.
No,
like it wouldn't be as simple as that. You'd be like, no, my cause is too great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Senator, hold on. Okay, so let's just say I was running for senator. Senator money is good money. It's great money. It's not like, and knowing that I have struggled, me making $36,000 a year now, if I go from making 38 grand to 80 grand as like a senator, they make way more than that. But let's just say hypothetically, I go from 30 to 80 grand. I'm still like, this fucking rules. Like I could buy a car. Like my life's good. So that's the way I see it a little bit. But no, and I just
don't think you've ever seen that much money.
I've held 30 grand before. That was
no,
cool.
but that's only.
Yeah, that's
imagine
true.
how nice that felt.
Yeah. It felt awesome. It felt pretty
cool. So
cool.
Now quadruple that.
A man in a briefcase is like,
it's only 120.
500. There's $500,000 in ones. You can have this right now. Walk away with it. And I'd be like, I need a kiddie pool and I need to swim in it for just a couple minutes and then make up my mind. Is this from the bank? Yes. Okay, then yeah.
I would get one of those like special like Instagram ad money cleaners. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen those.
How like strippers clean their money.
That's good. Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, it changed.
Oh yeah, our lava lamp was doing an umbilical cord impression earlier, and it was
like a brainstem.
Oh, now it looks like a hot air balloon. That's charming. Very interesting. I don't know though. I just think that like when we do hit this new era of politician, we need just straight up integrity and no bullshit. I would love to be I would love to get like sworn in as president or some shit like that and be like, okay, by the way, here, so up here I have a PowerPoint screen. We have the senator of Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware, Virginia, Vermont, Connecticut, Kentucky. All of these people have been bought by corporations. Here are their bank accounts. Here are their bank statements. I found their offshore shell accounts. Here's everything. These are the 6 most corrupt men right now, or like some shit like that. Like I would love to do that. If I could be the first president to do that. I daydream about all this too. I know I'm psychotic for thinking about this, but like I still think so much about like when I get sworn in, like I give it like 3 months of like learning the ropes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go like, okay, Russia, North Korea, China, all of you other titans out there, fuck off for a year. Give me 1 year to get just drooled again. What the fuck is happening?
The world leader that drool.
Fuck off.
Give me 1 year. And I'll literally have the best army military force.
You want to go to nuclear war with me?
Yeah.
Look, I made my button a Fortnite dance. No, but I really do think it'd be hilarious to be like, hey, all you other world leaders, I need you guys to just like go away for like a year. I'm going to let everything keep doing its thing. I'm going to get our shit figured out. And then after that, I'm coming for y'all like hard.
I literally just drooled.
Yeah. Yeah, I drooled. I can't believe I drooled. But like, I think a lot about like, we do so much business with third world countries.
Is it
What?
third world? That's the word still.
Third world? Mm-hmm. Is that, you're not supposed to say that?
Yeah, it's the new term is developing nations.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
That's whack. We do so much business with third world countries, and I would love to literally say like, hey, if we do business with you, and like a lot of business like Nike, if you make Nike shoes in Malaysia or whatever, you need to get your labor regulated. And then you can do business with us. Like, dude, at that point, you are making the world a better place. Objectively. That's what I think.
In what way? I mean, like, well, no. I just want to ask more. Like, what's your goal for making the world better? What do you get?
Well, my goal would be my goal would be to.
What's perfection to you?
I don't know perfection, but I know that my goal, if I could guarantee myself 4 years in presidency, would be to cut back how much America benefits from everything. Did you know that I got to look it up? The egg company. So I don't know if you know us from 20 years from now. By the way, eggs are up. Eggs have almost tripled in price over the course of the last 6-7 months.
What if eggs go away? Like the modern, just like buying
that would
eggs
suck.
in stores.
That would suck. But what's the avian
baking?
flu? Avian flu? What's the one that's associated?
Yeah.
So I think it's avian flu that's associated with like eggs. So the company that lost that, like the egg factory burned down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I just want to say it right. Give me like 5 seconds. Bernie literally just tweeted it. So let me just. The largest producer of eggs in America increased its profits by 718% last quarter.
Mm-hmm.
After doubling the price of eggs and reporting 0 cases of avian flu. So what they said, they were like, well, hey, you guys, we need to increase costs so that because you know, if we keep costs the same, we're going to lose labor, and then the avian flu is going to break out, and we're going to have a pandemic on our hands. We can't have that, can we? And so they doubled costs. They doubled prices. 718% increase last quarter. And 0 cases of the avian flu. And so like that's dog shit, you know? Right? I want less of that. If I were president of America, which is basically president of the world, but you didn't hear that from me. Shout out Rick and Morty.
President of the free world.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think that'd be a really, really good start where it's like, dude, half of the cocoa that we get is made from like the farms that we get cocoa from. There are men just dying there right now because of the god awful working conditions, because they get paid like by the pound.
Oh yeah.
Or
Well,
like
I mean,
strawberry field workers.
Yeah, think about strawberry field workers. Yeah.
Just if you look up a strawberry field or farm right now in Mexico, in Guadalajara, you'll literally see these young Mexican men sprinting up and down with bundles and baskets of strawberries because they get paid per basket. And you're like, Well, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, if we and guess who buys all their strawberries? Arizona, baby. You know, I think that's bad. And if I could make a difference, I'd like to. So if I just be like, hey, you want to do business with the freaking powerhouse of the world in terms of spending? Shoot, you got to get your shit figured out. And until then, we'll do it ourselves. How? I do not know. But one thing at a time.
If Chris actually goes into politics, it's gonna be a weird day.
I'm like, at one point on the podcast, like early on, I have no idea which episode, but apparently I just scream, "Mom, I like porn." Fuck off.
What?
At one point I just screamed that. Like, I was doing
There's
a
gonna
bit.
be so many out of context clips.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I did that as a bit, and I'm just like, dude, if that's just out there on the internet, and meanwhile I'm like writing policies and like, you know.
This is the guy who makes our laws.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, the same thing stands for Trump. Who was like, I have been the most indignant president that has ever been on the face of the planet. There is no president that has ever been as successful or as humble or as ethical and moral as I. Yeah, of course. I grabbed her by the... Oh.
Yikes.
Man. Ugh.
Censor.
Yeah.
I want someone to call for
That's the plan.
Ugh.
But man, dude, I don't know. You see Trump got indicted today, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah.
34 counts of felony false business.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, I forget the phrasing, but basically, if you don't know and you know, oh, hold on, let me get on my high horse one more time. If you don't know and you want to sound smart and you don't like actually check out political shit, give me 30 seconds to summarize what that means of Trump getting indicted. It's he'll get like arrested or he'll get a felony charge and most likely not be able to rerun for presidency if this misdemeanor, which is falsifying these business claims, if it gets moved up to a felony, is contingent on whether or not he falsified these businesses to promote his election, because it violates election law and Manhattan law. So, like one of the examples is that like Stormy Daniels.
Yeah.
You know, there's a $130,000 check written, and it's hush money. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And literally, like they found so much shit to just prove that, and the reason the scheme is getting called a catch and kill scheme. There was a doorman where they're like, "Oh, hey, we found Trump's illegitimate son." Mm-hmm. They gave the doorman $30K.
Yeah.
To be like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
You never saw anything.
Yeah.
It's not illegal, but the reason why he did that was because he was running for president.
Yeah.
That's why he got that. That's why it could go from a misdemeanor to a felony. Aside from that, like, because so the argument that everyone is, or that Republicans are making, is particularly Fox News, is that they're like, well, no, he did it to protect his marriage. He did it to protect his marriage. That actively is the best standing argument against it being for electional purposes. So it's but in terms of a misdemeanor, which is 2 years, or a felony, which is 5 years, the statute of limitations has already been surpassed on both of those. But
yeah,
he likely might not be able to rerun if this. So it's tough. It's tough. But now like a little snippet about it. Yeah, a doorman, $30K because he potentially got a glimpse of Trump's illegitimate son or something to that effect.
Damn. Fox is
what a dumbass though.
Fox is having a field day.
If I caught Trump doing some dumb shit, I would say like 50 million. 50 million. And then I won't say anything. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Just being quirky.
That'd be funny though.
And then your brakes don't work.
Yeah.
No, on the way to work.
If I was like walking home from work and I saw Conor McGregor like punch an old woman in the face, and he was like, "Oh, hey, listen, bro, you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. All right, you can't. How much money you want? How much money would you want?" And I'm like, I don't know, 10 mil. And he's like, all right. Like he wires me the money right then and there, and then maybe.
No. Or the alternative is, I gotta take him out. And now you have to fight Conor McGregor.
I could not fight Conor McGregor. I know I have a big head, and I'm a decent fighter, but my oh my. That's so funny.
No, there's one guy that we hang out with, like one of my parents' friends. He just consistently believes like in MMA fights. He was like watching like two
Sky.
pro. I don't know the weight divisions for female MMA.
Me neither.
But like it was like featherweight, blah 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 blah. You know, one of those. And they're like, that guy was like, yeah, I definitely think I could.
Can I have another one, please, Sky? I was trying to ask subtly, but now I'm having to interrupt the entire broadcast so that I could ask you for another drink.
This wasn't in my job description.
It was not. We need to renegotiate the contract
for sure. Continue about the featherweight.
So watching that fight occur, which was like, it was like
you said it was Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey?
No.
Oh,
it was
sorry.
not. It was Rose and
Do you want one too?
this Chinese fight.
You too?
Huh? Yes, please.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It was fuck. Let me find the card. 'Cause God.
But it is.
So yeah, he was firmly believing. He's like, yeah, I could win.
The amount of misogyny after the Holly Holm Ronda Rousey fight was insane. You're absolutely right. But I don't know. So your parents' friends is like dead set that he could just.
It was UFC 261.
Okay. What were the names on the card?
Oh wait, no. Hold on.
Are you good?
No, that was it. Was
261.
Zhang Wei Li versus Rose Namajunas.
Rose Namajunas. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And he watched that fight and was just like, I could take him.
Yeah, he thought he was like, I could at least like fight Rose. And we were like watching that. If anyone hasn't looked that up, look up that card. That is one of the bloodiest fights that I've seen between like two competitors. And I was looking at that, man. I was like, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Getting slept.
Yep.
Just couple.
The striking in any combat sport, it's an art, and it's something that I really, really like appreciate. And there's just something that like a Norman just can't quite grasp. The speed. Mm-hmm. You could be the baddest cat like on your construction site, but if you've never fought, you're getting your cheeks clapped. Sorry.
So speaking of that, we are podcast hosts who fight.
Mm-hmm. I'd love for that to work out. Maybe that should be our 69th guest.
Somebody who we fight?
Mike Tyson.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold on. How would we fight Mike Tyson? Like, how would you be okay with that? What are the contingencies?
Oh, fucking.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. I'm thinking both of us at once.
So, yeah, both of us at once. No, because it's going to be the main character effect where the second guy stands there and then is just waiting for the first dude to get beat up. And then it's a 1v1 again.
That'd be pretty fun.
No.
Okay, what if we do...
If Mike Tyson was like, I will come on the podcast tomorrow. if you let me dish a punch, like no holds barred, bare knuckle to the head.
I would. Hell yeah, I would. The human brain can sustain 3, maybe 4... and devastating blows before getting knocked out becomes a part of your personality. I would let Mike Tyson punch me in the face as hard as
my head would be mushy to him.
Did you ever see the Steve-O clip? Holy shit, this is funny.
No,
Steve-O just did a I don't know, a podcast or something like that.
Yeah, he has his own.
No, well, he was doing someone else's.
Oh.
And he was like, yeah, he's like, you never got any like surgeries or anything like that? Like from an injury? He's like, I've had like surgeries and shit like that. But like, I don't know. My favorite or the most interesting is I got a nose job from Mike Tyson. He's like, what? And so he did this bit, like he like a jet ski or some shit that broke his nose. It was like all the way to the side, messed up like by a quarter of an inch. His nose, you know?
Oh, jeez.
And he was like, yeah, is that way it healed. It like completely healed, like broken.
Yeah.
So then like, I don't know, 3 years or some shit go by and my nose just looks all messed up. And then he did like Comedy Central roast with Mike Tyson. Mm-hmm. And like something happened and he begged Mike Tyson to punch him in the face. And he's like, please, like, come on, like, you don't be a bitch. And this is like 25 years ago. So Mike Tyson was
he was still primed.
Not to say that he's not anymore, but like just back, this is, 2 decades ago.
Yeah, no, you're talking about somebody who's prime athlete 30
exactly.
versus like,
55.
55,
so,
a little bit later.
Mike Tyson punches the shit out of Steve-O right across the face. Steve-O sees stars, gets up, blah, blah, blah. His nose was perfect.
It went back?
It went perfectly back. Right where it was supposed to be. Right where it started. It looked better than it did before.
That had to have hurt.
Yeah, and it did. He said it hurt so bad. But he was like,
that first breath.
I just got a free nose job from Mike Tyson. Like, what the hell is happening? So yeah, no, I don't know.
I would want him to aim.
Oh no, right below the temple, baby.
Right here.
Put me out.
Yeah.
I think that's why I have such a difficult time wrapping my head around like politics or like wanting to be a public official, because I either
get hit in the head a lot.
No. I want my life to either be that in a suit and tie with my protein pancakes every day with my security driving me to work to go write new bills, or I would want my life to be like Steve-O's. And I would just want like the most like
You haven't even done a tenth of the crazy stuff.
No, not even close. I mean, like as a kid, like proportionally, like spilling thumbtacks onto a table and jumping on it, like shit
that
from the roof.
Yeah, that. But
then I realized that that's not like a good thing to do. No, but I'm just saying like.
But now being an adult. And then being like, hey, I'm already kind of weak.
Not jackass. Not jackass.
Well,
just
I'm saying
living a life like Steve-O does.
No, I'm saying the mythos of Steve-O is so crazy. Like the amount of shit you have to go through, I feel like, other than just having a goofy life, because Steve-O's like,
and a weird voice. Yeah.
Weird voice.
Steve-O has a weird voice. I'm sorry. It's not weird, but it's just like.
It's so distinct.
It is very distinct.
Yeah.
But did you ever see Game Over, Man?
No. What is that?
It was an Adam Devine movie. It was like about these like 3 hotel waiters. Like the hotel gets held hostage and they save the day.
Oh, okay.
But there was a shit ton of celebrities in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, Steve was in, and he's like, "Oh man, like, hey, this one's a little dark. Knoxville, you can come out now." And then just fucking kills him. Just shoots him in the head. It's a super dark movie. Yeah,
God,
it's really good though. No, I mean it's not a dark movie. It's a really funny movie. But like they get gory, they get graphic. Like it gets like Adam Devine's like in his whole lower half is nude for like a solid 3 minutes of the movie.
Jeez,
it's not like a flash or like a camera pan. It's like no. Like for like 3 movies, he has an action sequence completely nude from the waist down.
Who does?
Adam Devine.
Jesus.
His Bumper from Pitch Perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy. The guy from Workaholics, Modern Family. Yeah, him. His entire lower body is just completely nude. Everything. Like there's at one point he's like on his back, like legs up high. Like you can see everything. Yeah, dog. And yeah, so it's on Netflix. Yeah. But it's called Game Over, Man. But it's a very interesting movie. And yeah, the guy who like holds the hotel hostage, he's like, oh no way. He's oh no way. Who we got here? Is that Shaggy? Shaggy, hey, come here. You're helping me make my next hostage video. And he's like, sing. What? Sing a song. He's like, okay, well, I've been working on this new song. It's about starving kids in Africa. He's like, it wasn't me. He's like, it doesn't really seem like an appropriate time. It wasn't me. Someone come in. She caught me red-handed creeping with the girl next door. And the guy who's holding him hostage is like, he's like jamming a little. He's like, how could I forget that I had given her a second? Very, very funny movie. If you haven't seen Game Over, Man, and you're not with your mother, check it out. Because it's a gory movie that has a lot of profanity.
Jeez.
But yeah.
I saw so we saw the D&D movie.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I feel like this is a good point to wrap up on.
What are we at?
59.
Hell yeah, man.
Dude, I think the D&D movie. I was talking about it with one of my coworkers. He's the film buff.
Oh really?
And he's like, "What are your honest thoughts about that, like going into it?" And I was like, "I think it's going to be a film that I watched. Nothing more, nothing less." Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told him, I was like, that's going to be the most movie I've seen this year. And then,
that movie was so movie.
Yeah, I was like, that was just they put the really scenes into the movie.
The beginning had so much like
start,
so much start. I've never seen a movie quite end the way that one ended.
Yeah, and so I mean, yeah, I walked out of the D&D movie being like, yeah, it was cool. They did it.
Yeah.
They
I loved it.
They did it.
Yeah. Fascinating.
I fell asleep 3 different times during that movie.
Are you oh, that's right. Yeah, I did find out about that.
3 different times.
That's funny as hell.
But it was like it was perfect marketing money.
Yeah,
it was perfect. Like,
it was a great
I hope.
Watch.
No.
Very easy
I
watch.
hope Wizards of the Coast makes another one.
Yeah,
because then they'd get to or whoever is in charge of getting the money for that.
And yeah, whenever the next one, and if they do make another one, I hope main characters die. I really do. Like that'll sell. I will say it was one of the easiest watches ever. It was it was like
That's what
watching
I'm
a
saying.
Transformers movie.
You walk in.
Yep, brain off. It was like watching a Transformers movie.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, no. You don't need brains to watch a Michael Bay movie.
No. But there are some type of Transformers movies that you're in it a little bit more. no shade to Dungeons and Dragons.
It's just.
But I know that I was watching Transformers: Dark of the Moon, and I'm like, yo,
He betrayed him.
he's literally me. That's
Ironhide.
I saw a meme today, and it was a picture of like a bunch of. I forget what they're called, but it's like the Chad meme where it's like the white blonde guy with a beard turned sideways.
Yeah. One of those.
It was one of those,
like
and
me.
it was he's just like me for real. It was 3 black women with the new Little Mermaid, and it was like, yes, finally now I can feel represented or some shit like that. And then underneath it had Optimus Prime, and it had 6 different. He just like me for real. There was a Mexican one, a black one, an Israeli one, like a bunch of different. The white guy. And then the caption was just like, no, that's literally me. Yeah. To Optimus Prime, was like, no, that's literally me. That's literally me. And then it was captions like, dude's just built different.
Here's what I found.
Oh, sorry.
Oops.
But yeah,
No, the D&D movie, yeah. It was a film that we watched, and it was a movie.
great movie. Or it was very movie.
I woke up, and how they defeated the final boss, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, they did do that.
that was perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was like, oh, they got him.
So I have this weird. I'm like, I have this. That was beautiful. Very strange. We could talk about it in the next episode. But I was not mad at Marcos for even a second for falling asleep during the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Was I snoring?
No, I don't. I was so
Thank
far. I was far from
God.
That. Oh yeah, no. Sky says no. I was not mad at Marcos even a shred for falling asleep during Dungeons and Dragons. But for some reason, I was furious at my girlfriend for falling asleep during John Wick 4.
Oh, okay. Well, John Wick and the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah.
You're talking about 2 completely different.
So I'll just throw this out there. If you haven't seen it yet, no spoil. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to throw something out there, which I already told you. They straight up stole Daredevil from Marvel, and they did it in such a cool way that like there's a reason that no one's saying anything about it. There's a very clear cut reason that no one has said a single thing about it, and Twitter has not. Like I haven't even seen Twitter get mad about it. Like
What, the blind monk?
Not a monk, just a
No,
blind.
I'm saying the blind monk trope.
Oh no. Well,
It's like
yeah.
You have this
exactly,
guy
yeah.
who can't see, but he's awesome at fighting.
But it's also like modern world, where it's like, and he does a Daredevil like eyes like
looking around,
turning his head like very
Hearing.
fast. Like, yeah, very very cool character. That's my favorite character in all 4 movies.
Shout out Donnie Yen.
Shout out Donnie Yen. And but Audrey fell asleep during John Wick 4, and I had this air of just like, you don't even get it. Like you don't even get it, do you?
This
like,
movie's not stupid.
Yeah, well, because she loved 1 through 3. We watched John Wick 1 through 3 all in the course of the last month.
Wow.
Yep, and she loved every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
We had watched them all in one sitting. Or no. Each movie was watched in one sitting. I mean, and then we went to the movies to go see the 4th one on premiere night. Fell asleep, and I was like, "Damn, we got the tickets for free." So I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't like mad about the money, but I was just like, "Babe, this is
For John Wick.
This is a once in a lifetime opportunity we're talking about here."
John Wick 4 in
It was
theaters.
so good, so good. It was the first John Wick I saw in theaters. So,
Really?
Yeah, I'd never been. I only watched.
Wow.
Them. I only watched them at Tim's Flagstaff apartment. All 3 of them.
I think if I watch them at home, I'll be
Lights out.
I'll be balling. Yeah,
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
awesome. No,
yeah.
D&D movie was average.
It was
very
very
just
movie.
an average film.
Yeah. So
It was-
so the way, like if you have a comfort movie, take the emotion out of the comfort movie, and that's what Dungeons and Dragons was. So it was a super easy movie. It was very background movie. The laughs were very funny. The action shots were very cool.
one of my favorite tropes, and this isn't really a spoiler or anything. I won't say the actor of who, for who's gonna. Yeah,
Just go for it.
Yeah, Michelle Rodriguez is a barbarian in that movie, and she's one very good at what she does in
Yeah.
that movie. I liked her character a lot.
Yeah.
Just a very tough, beat 'em up.
Yep.
Classic.
Yeah.
As a barbarian player myself, I was very happy with
Hell yeah.
with the depiction.
I had a feeling that you were going to resonate with her the most.
It was definitely not as like I definitely don't play as barbaric, which is like
When you play,
Yeah, I definitely don't think I fight. I definitely don't think I fight dirty or
Yeah.
like underhanded, which is like,
which is good.
just being strong. But the part that got me the most was she's like obviously a very big woman in the movie, and they also have this race of creatures called halflings. It's normal humans, just half the size.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, or a little less.
Yeah, they're really small.
Yeah,
they're
I think they're like an eighth this size. I think it's fair to say.
yeah, they just have the features of what a normal human face look like. It was just CGI'd smaller
just
people.
very small humans.
Yeah. And Bradley Cooper was her husband.
Yeah.
Was like her first ex-husband,
Yeah. Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Was just sitting in a chair, CGI'd
For like
all
6 minutes of the movie.
yeah,
total.
all small. They had like a full-on like post-divorce conversation. It was like, it was so uncomfortable, but it was so funny.
She met his new girlfriend, and he's like,
and it was just like her.
She seems nice. No, it was the opposite of her. She was like,
No.
Oh,
It was
that's right. You're right. Yeah,
It was like also a female barbarian woman,
Yeah,
very
super
big,
harsh,
also
rough
wearing
woman.
pelts and shit, like armor.
and she's like, she seems nice. He's like, yeah.
She makes me.
we met doing this or whatever.
Yeah,
Just-
she makes
but-
me. She makes me happy.
And then at the end of the movie, they're like, she meets another halfling, and she just has a little. It's like she bites her lip, like she's like,
she looks down. She looks down, and they make eye contact. And first of all, that guy looked so just like, what am I doing here? He really had no just fitting being in that
Am
room.
I about to have to climb that mountain?
Yeah, no, but really, he just caught a stray of of her, and
so funny.
she just looks down, gives him that fat lip bite. And,
love that.
Oh, that was the part I was awake for.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
good. Glad you saw that. But yeah, hell yeah, folks. Well, I think that was a really good. Man, that was a good little powwow. I love
That was.
Thanks for
Little vibe sesh.
Thanks for chopping it up with me. But yeah, episode 64 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast. If you guys got anything you want us to talk about, DM us on Instagram at Hispanic on Paper podcast, and yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube, please.
Yep. Rate us 5 stars. Don't forget to, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, if you just want to swipe up on the story, anything like that, hit us up.
Please.
We respond to people.
If you have our number or our snaps, which most of you do, hit us up.
Hell yeah. Anything you want us to talk about, or if you want to fight, we'll try.
Or come on. Or if you want to come on and fight.
We'll set something up.
Yeah, like
we
with-
got multiple angles.
Like with Danny, we fought the whole time she was on here.
Yeah.
Well, love you guys. Episode 64. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
My name is Marcos.
My name is Kashi.
Take it easy.
Take care.